Welcome to the OHL Fanboys podcast, video edition, live from the Hershey Center. The Rogers OHL Championship Series. Game 4 has just concluded.
33.
Episode 33. Oh, man, already? Anyway.
This stupid country.
Erie just won.
Our coach Steelheader here with the OHL Fanboys. The Steelheads are not out of the series yet. Woo!
What the hell was that?
That was a Vuvuzela drop.
I think we just got photobombed.
Video bombed.
What was it? Steel hardcore?
Darius FTW.
That was interesting. Okay.
We can edit that out.
Didn't they lose?
Anyway.
Most egregiously.
Bye, Darius. That's you know what? I've never seen a fan so hyped to be on the brink of elimination.
It's the podcast. You know.
You obviously haven't met many Raptors fans then, Steve.
905.
The 905 are the champs.
Oh yeah, of the D-League.
Yeah. Anyway, we just watched Erie win 5-2 to take a 3-1 series lead. Thoughts?
I agree. We did.
It was a game.
No, it was a good
Steve,
game.
you hit the nail on the head. This was probably the most entertaining game of the series thus far, although it's the one with the largest goal spread. Erie scored on their first 2 shots tonight. I mean, Warren Fogle scores early. They get another one, and you're thinking, oh boy, this looks bad. Then Mikey McLeod gets thrown out for that hack on Darren Radish. Like, he was going for the puck, but I mean, he basically took Radish's leg off, and like Radish didn't get back into the game till the second period. And then you're thinking, oh boy, and like Owen Tippett scores a beauty goal in Mississauga. You know, some pushback. I mean, they've hung around in this series. I mean, I think 3-1 is where it probably should be. But, I mean, they've been competitive in every game and certainly shown that, you know, okay, Erie versus Owenstown wasn't really the real final, as some of us, me included, were making it out to be.
I mean, it got nasty tonight, though.
Oh, yeah, into the second period?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan Strome, like, just absolutely two-handed Stefan LeBlanc with about 30 seconds left in the second period. And then they're doing the, like, with their lightsabers going back up the ice. Sorry, May the 4th was last week. And I work in an office full of Star Wars nerds. I fucking hate Star Wars.
What's wrong with Star Wars?
Okay, I like the first one, fine. Empire...
You gotta see Rogue One.
No, I don't.
No, you
don't
gotta
have
see
to
Rogue One. You
I-
gotta see Rogue One.
I just watch the same movies over and over.
I'm telling you, watch Rogue One.
Okay. And then Strong gets a penalty. Yeah, it got pretty tempestuous down there on the ice at the Hershey Center tonight. But Erie hung on. Mississauga... You know, I think Shaw Boomhauer took a costly extra 2 during some extracurriculars with about 6 minutes left, and that sort of slowed their momentum a little, and Erie was able to put it away.
Brian, you were the face. I was the heel tonight.
And I put you over.
You did. Brian, well, you put me over most weeks, though. So There you go. It's your first trip to the Hershey Center in a while.
Yeah, last time I saw them, they were the Mississauga St. Mike's Majors, which I guess never happened. They Chris Benoit the whole thing. Like,
I still see some blue on the sign up there. You can't see it on the camera, or I guess if you're listening to the audio-only version, but...
hey, you know, it's such a weird rink. The place to buy shirts and stuff is outside the ticket booth, so if I already punch in for my ticket to come in, now I have to come back out just to try and buy a t-shirt and then remind the person that, hey, I'm there, but I can't even do that because our tickets are on our phone.
My phone, specifically. This thing.
That is a phone.
Yes, it is. Better than yours. It won't work.
Yeah, my fucking phone sucks.
Yeah, it is weird. You get your ticket scanned, and you're like, you know, I want to check out the souvenir store. And you got to go, like, and then you're like, yeah, remember me? The guy with the hat. Oh, yeah, you, sir, are the only one out of 4,418 people who wore a baseball cap.
Yeah, what's all this bullshit about Mississauga doesn't have fans? I was here. They had fans.
Yeah, it was a pretty good
lied.
crowd.
That's all fake news.
You're going to go hide behind a bush like Sean Spicer did?
Behind a pile of coats.
There's some bushes over there. So, it was interesting tonight, though, that's for sure.
Oh, obviously, so interesting.
This is a bit of a...
turn a camera on, Steve. And,
I need some alcohol in me first, next week.
Fucking right.
Well,
This is...
you were worried there for a while. Like, is Erie going to have any defensemen to finish this game? Like, Radish gets, like, hacked, and he couldn't put any weight on that leg as he's coming off the ice. And took him a bit of period to get back into it. And I think and Mitchell Byrne missed the game tonight because of illness, I believe.
Yeah.
And they started the game running like 5 defensemen. Like they were sort of like, Fergus and Radish and then Cernak and Sambrook and
Sambrook took a shot that he was laboring a bit.
Yeah, he was laboring. Owen Hedrick kind of got caught flat-footed on the first Owen Tippett goal, and you're kind of like, ooh, this is not good for Erie.
All the goals were pretty much breakaways for the first while.
I've never seen a team that's as fast as Mississauga that hits so hard.
Man, this is true. They're fun to watch. I mean, it's just...
They just don't win.
They just don't have 12 forwards in 60.
If they had 4D, this series would be a hell of a lot closer. And it's pretty close as it is. Like, Mississauga,
no game's been a blowout.
No, absolutely not. And it's just one of those. Matt Mancina's standing on his head. I mean, Timpano played well, but I mean, to me, Matt Mancina is the better goalie so far.
Yeah, it could have been 4-0 very early in the game, and he held the fort. A couple nice stops in the second period too, to just keep them in contact with Erie. I mean, he's an overage. This is, he's in his last weeks as a junior player. He's not going to go quietly. I know it's a cliche, but that's what it is.
Do we think there's any suspension for McLeod before Friday?
It depends.
On?
The wheel. They spin the wheel of justice.
See, we're on camera. Do we need to do we need to make a wheel for the Memorial Cup?
Of fish suspensions.
Like I have this vision of like Peggy Hill when she made the wheel at the Thanksgiving dinner, and she's like, "Well, it's not done yet, so just use my arm," like that. So
shut up for once, Nate. God, let me talk. I'm on the regular on the damn show.
Yeah, well, you got more time.
I don't have more time. I'm dying.
I should have left you at the bus station.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck, what a long day. No, but honestly, with them being down 3-1, I don't think they're going to kick them when they're down there. At most, it would be like a small fine.
I think they're going to look at it as like it happened early in the game, so he essentially already missed a full game, and then Darren Radish did come back, finished the game well, and
it looked bad for a while there.
It did.
He was looking like it's like, oh, that looks like broken ankle kind of stuff, but
yeah, I think they'll be looked like McLeod's already been punished enough by missing the basically about 50 minutes of the game.
I think Brian should be holding this first of all. You're the one in the middle,
right? And you're not actually talking into it.
Fair enough. He makes a good point.
I always do.
We're gonna have a little bit better setup, mic-wise, audio-wise, for the Memorial Cup. But this is kind of the test run for it all. We're going to be doing video podcasts. They'll be converted into audio as well. Mm-hmm. So for anyone who just wants to listen audio-wise, so we got to do a lot of visual stuff so people are confused.
Should we finally tell them the full details of the Memorial Cup and what we're providing?
Is it time? I think it's time.
Well, we don't have any more episodes.
We've been moving over a little.
Yeah, we have.
See, that's the thing when you don't have a producer. You just set up the camera and go.
We'll have a cameraman. Darius fucking left.
Darius dropped the vuvuzela and took off, but I don't blame him.
No.
Feel
the Trump horn.
The Trump horn. I feel for him and some of the steelheads. There's a lot of bummed out people after the game tonight, almost as if they kind of knew this was it.
Well,
hey,
are we going to talk? Are we going to talk about the elephant in the room? For this might be it?
This might be it for Rogers TV Mississauga. That might have been their final broadcast. Unless they can win Friday night, crazier things have happened, but, Erie's on a roll right now. Mississauga's better on the road. We'll see. But, man, it's just, it's tough. Like, we talked to them before the game, all the crew, which you guys will be hearing soon. But, you could tell, like, they were pretty emotional about it before the game. Knowing once that kind of thought dawned on them, this could be it tonight.
Yeah. And, again, this is what we were talking about last week. It's almost a point of no return. People aren't going to all of a sudden start resubscribing to cable unless we're getting, like, some North Korean internet where they hack down on a lot of stuff here. So, don't take this stuff for granted. If you're big into cable, if you're big into the volunteer scene, go volunteer. Go subscribe to cable package. I totally get it if you don't. We're in that day and age now where everything's free and, available via dubious means. It is what it is.
Regardless of what you think about the Mississauga broadcast and the calls of Kyle Alberto, and, we all know you either love the guy or you don't like his calls at all. but you gotta at least admire the energy he brings to a broadcast, and you can tell they genuinely love doing it.
Yeah, all of them. It's a very close-knit team, and I'm glad to actually meet them and interview them today. But yeah, it'd be a real shame if that's it.
And well, the other thing is, like, I mean, where is the next generation of voices going to come from? People have to learn on the job somewhere. There's no substitute for doing it. I mean, in any sport, I mean, that's always been the frustrating thing about Canada. Other than hockey, there's really nowhere to learn the craft of calling play-by-play for anything other than hockey because there's so little media. And, I mean, that's why those, community cable broadcasts exist, is to just give people hands-on experience, because there's no substitute for doing it live, doing the real thing.
Well, do you know what the sad part is? And this is one of those predictions I know I'm going to be right 30 years from now. Do you know where the next set of broadcasters are going to come from? Esports.
Yeah, likely.
It's going to be people with their damn headsets playing NHL 32 and sending in their damn demo reels for calling games. And I think that's sad, but
look at how many people make hundreds of thousands of dollars just off posting like video game reviews on YouTube.
No, I know, but
Millions.
esports in itself is such a huge thing that, you know, my generation doesn't pay as much attention to, but holy shit, they sell at stadiums and all that. That's for another time, but
Yeah,
it's just...
the NBA is actually starting an esports league. That's probably where the industry's going.
There's one for NASCAR too, where they have a simulator league.
NASCAR is not sports.
And the champion gets like 10 grand and gets actually the NASCAR end of year awards banquet. Like it has crazy what's on.
Well, for football, just run 4 verticals all day long.
Hell yeah.
Hail Mary.
Post.
4 verticals, and then just change the one guy's route to a 10-yard.
If you're not setting your audibles before you play Madden, you already lost.
Oh, NCAA is better than that.
Oh fuck yeah. This guy knows. Anyways, the damn Memorial Cup.
Yeah, so we were gonna talk about what we're gonna do for the Memorial Cup. So, as soon as the Memorial Cup was announced over a year ago,
we've been planning it well before that was announced too.
Yeah, oh yeah, because we knew Windsor was
the only team bidding.
Yeah,
we're on to you.
Windsor was the only team that bid, at least publicly. So we knew it was going to be in Windsor. And from day one, you were telling me and bouncing ideas off. I had some ideas, but it was your vision a little bit. Anyway, so this is almost like a test run. Like, we're going to be on video every day from our tailgate at the WFCU Center. Every single day that there's a game.
Every segment,
there's going to be the segment with Brian and I. There's going to be other people there. We're going to do interviews every day at the Memorial Cup. It's going to be, as you've called it to me, a working vacation.
Oh, yeah. I told Steve, fucking get your working boots in order, because we have got guests from the WHL coming onto the podcast, guests from the QMJHL, guests from Sportsnet, guests from around the OHL. There's going to be a bunch of surprise guests, too, that we're not even going to talk about, because I don't know who some of them are, too. But... it's going to be more than just the podcast. We're going to have exclusive videos on Facebook and Twitter, because otherwise some days we could have 5-hour podcasts, and good Lord, this show is long enough as it is.
And just so people, we say this is going to be at a tailgate. I mean, before people go, oh, I don't want to watch this Brian and Steve drunk fest. We are.
You do?
Well, it depends. Some people love watching it. Some people don't. I don't know. We're taking this
prudes.
We're taking this pretty seriously, though. It's not like we're going to show up drunk, staggering.
But if you are coming to Windsor, you are invited. We will have drinks. We will have food. We will sign not body parts, but, pieces of paper and other means. Come hang out with us. We're just average dudes. We just want to enjoy ourselves.
Emphasis on average.
Very average.
I'll take average.
Yeah, that means 50%. Still below you.
I'm a wasp. I'll take it.
Regardless, it's not going to be hard to find us. We're going to be we have a huge tailgate. We're setting up early every day, too.
And we'll be there at noon every damn day. We've got
except the breakfast. Got to plug the breakfast.
Yeah, we got to plug the breakfast as always.
Sunday, May 21st. We won't be there at noon that day because we have the Memorial Cup fan breakfast down at the Legion, branch 255. It's going on, doors open at 9, breakfast serves at 10, goes till about 1 or 2 in the afternoon usually. So we'll be a little bit later to the arena that day, but other than that, we're there early.
We're cooking 20 pounds of wings that day.
Oh, hell, it's going to be awesome. And I got to go to, I know we're tailgating every day, but at least once during the Memorial Cup, I got to go to Joe's.
Yeah, we'll go to Joe's, don't worry.
Good, because I love their wings. But it's going to be great. We're trying to work on some other things too. We don't know if we can get access, but we'll see.
We love you, Paul Krotz.
Paul, please. No, we're we're trying our best to do something we haven't done before, and the Memorial Cup.
Steve meets a woman.
That already happened. It didn't go well.
Woman.
Brian, this is in Brian's backyard, and it's very
Not
rare.
literally. Stay out of my house.
It's very rare that we get a Memorial Cup in a situation like this. Usually, as in the Memorial Cups in the past on this show, it's been just Brian and me on Skype as per usual. Well,
Steve goes, collects off the profits of the show while I sit at home and slave over dishes.
We had that one awful episode last year where I was recording in a room full of people, and
I was sloshed.
and no one could hear us at all. It was everyone listening to a party going on in the background. So, this is going to be a really fun experience, I think, for us. As much as we've kind of stressed over some of the details of this.
Yeah, I'll tell you where to go.
Anyway, that was awkward. Anyway, we're gonna have some fun with this, and we hope all you guys enjoy it. And we're gonna have a really good time at the Memorial Cup. And honestly, it's the event I look forward to every year.
And harass Nate Sager to join us for a couple games.
Yeah, I should get down there. But have I worn out my welcome in Windsor? I mean, I've visited twice. That's
Yeah,
usually
but
does it.
the people of Windsor have worn out their welcome in Windsor. Don't worry about you, buddy.
The last time you were in Windsor was to watch SummerSlam.
No. Remember, we were there for the game at the Joe, when we pretended like it was this big solemn occasion.
So you visited Windsor twice then?
Yeah. Oh boy.
We've got some heavy hitters who are ready to kick the shit out of us.
Can I get in the podcast?
Oh, you want in the podcast? Come on in.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you?
You're Rich Aurelia.
I'm Ben from Thornhill.
Ben from Thornhill. Look at this. Congratulations, you're our 1,000th listener. You win me turning your hat around for everyone to see.
Yeah, it was a tough battle.
I hate the
Thanks for
San
win.
Francisco Giants.
It was big 2 points for Erie.
Yeah, definitely a big 2 points, and that's going to make them go far because it's a 3-1 commanding lead. But gosh, you got to love that Owen Tippett. Got a great hockey IQ, avoiding those big body checks, and just doing everything right what a good sniper should do. Just dangling it out and just going far down.
What do you think of my theory that he's such a good hockey player because he has to avoid the sun, being a redhead and all?
I think that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
If you come to Windsor, this could be you. Remember that, everybody.
Please
You
don't.
could be Ben from Thornhill. He's the
That's right.
second greatest sports person. No, we'll put him ahead of Milos Raonic for greatest sports person.
We'll
from
see you at the
Thornhill.
Caesars on Oulette in Windsor.
All right.
Kiss your money goodbye, homie.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
We will be there.
In October.
Hey, we're doing a show! Christ! Nice meeting you, fan. Anyways,
Ben,
we
damn
want to thank OHLFanboys.com. Like, it's
OHL
called Google.
OHLFanboys.com.
Fucking hate
I
our
did Google
fans.
it.
hate our fans. Listen to our show. I hate them.
Whatever.
But, you know,
Kill the fucking audience.
This is
We
what
can
hap-
sell shoes again.
this is what happens when we don't have our regular conventional show.
Or security.
Or security. Anything. We're going to have security at the
I'm
Memorial
surprised
Cup.
security
We
hasn't thrown us out.
Oh, there's a car alarm.
Car horns, whatever. We're going to peace out. When we come back on the OHL Fanboys podcast, one last time, we don't know what's going on, but just in case, we're going to talk one more time to Kyle Liberto, Ali Monroe, God damn, what's his last name?
Tyson Geik.
I knew Tyson, I just couldn't remember. It was Geik, right?
Yes,
Yes,
it's Geik.
Tyson Geik.
Okay, I didn't want to mispronounce it because goddamn, he's got some sweet suits. Tyson Geik, when we come back here on the OHL Fanboys podcast.